Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everyone. How are you all? I hope you are always healthy. Ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce myself. My name is Nazia Tunirfa. I'm from class 10A3. Standing I'm here with the story about Timun Mas and Buto Hijau. One day, in a little life, an old lady who named Sorong. She lived alone because her husband passed on. She extremely needed to have a youngster. So one day, she met Buto Hijau to ask a youngster. Buto Hijau gave her cucumber seed. He said if the cucumber seed was planted, it will develop to be a big cucumber. What's more, in the huge cucumber, there was a beautiful child. Buto Hijau said once more, I need to take her when she is 16 years of age. Borondo permits she planted the seed before her home. In the following day, she discovered a big cucumber in her yard. And when she opened the cucumber, there was a beautiful infant named Timun Mas. Borondo was holding the infant and saying, I love you, you love me, we are happy family with a great big heart kiss from me to you. Won't you say you love me too? Timun Mas developed to be a beautiful woman. She was 6 years of age. One day, her mother said, Timun Mas, you must go. Buto Hijau need to take you. Bring the seriously and go rapidly. Timun Mas was extremely disturbed. What happened, mother? I don't have the foggiest idea. Please let me know. Borondo cleared her meeting with Buto Hijau. Timun Mas said, all right, mother, don't stress. I'll go rapidly. In the following day, Timun Mas went to the wilderness, places defensively. She remembered to bring Terasi to take care of Buto Hijau. In the wilderness, Buto Hijau looked here. Timun Mas, where are you? Timun Mas was extremely terrified. So when Buto Hijau discovered him, she told him Terasi. Also, actually, Buto Hijau said in a slow leg, and at long last, Buto Hijau passed on dirt. Finally, Timun Mas returned to her home and lived in bliss with her mother. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Sangat bagus sekali penampilan dari teman kita Nazia Tunirfa tadi. Berikan aplaus sekali lagi. Untuk peserta selanjutnya, Najwa Lazinu. Berikan aplaus sekali lagi. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
The honorable judges and teachers, I'm Nazwa Lazinu from 12th grade Science 1. I would like to tell you a story about the magical wishing pond. Once upon a time, there was a little princess named Jasmine. She was her father's only child, and she was cruel. She was very stubborn and very selfish. She was always hungry for delicious food. One day, a magician visited the king to give him blessings and to warn him about a magical wishing pond within his dynasty.
Oh, king, I come here to give you an ominous warning.
Ooh, about a wishing pond in your stead, which is, at the same time, little Jasmine was passing by the court, and she saw the magician talking to her father. She got excited and she heard about the magical wishing pond. As soon as she heard about magical wishing pond, she ran to her room without saying to listen to the magician's full sentence. I must go to the magical wishing pond to ask for delicious food. The next day morning, Jasmine hurriedly got ready and started her journey towards the pond. At noon, she reached it with few gold coins in her pocket. She wanted to wish for many things, like a delicious cake, ice cream, hamburger, pizza, crispy turkey, chocolates, cookies, and many more. But when she read the warning sign at the pond, she was disappointed. It said, one wish per person. Magic pond, give me a wish, grant a puff, which will give me a treat. Suddenly, magical pond came up from the pond, following a whisper. Here is your wish, what you ask for. Follow my instructions or it will work now. You have to say 3 magical words. Ting, tong, twang. Then the magical pot will begin making delicious food. It will fulfill your hungry desires. But do not forget to say stop, pot stop, or else it will make food non-stop. Okay, whatever. Jasmine came back to her palace. She was very curious to the magical wishing pond and mumbled the magical words. Magic pond gave ting tong twang, our chocolate cake and cocoa pudding. Magically, the pot started making a fountain of chocolate pudding and cake. Jasmine dug it and ate as though she were starving. Days and days passed. As she asked for her every kind of food she could think of, she started to gain a lot of weight. One day, King visited her. He saw a red kid eating a chicken leg, and he came near. He didn't realize it was his daughter until he came closer. He was surprised and said, "Oh, my dear princess, what you have done to yourself?" "Father, I visited magical wishing pond a few days earlier and asked for magic food pot. Now, for the last few days, I've been making wishes for food. And last night, I forgot the magical words to stop the pot." The king realized how selfish and greedy she was. He held the crying princess in his arms and said, "Dear princess, you never listen to anyone. I know you heard the magician talk about the magical wishing pond, but you must not listen to everything he said."
Oh, king, I came here to give you an ominous warning.
Ooh, about a wishing pond in your stead. We grant wishes, but those wishes always come with a consequence. I suggest you destroy it as soon as possible. Now you know, my dear princess, why this is happening. Then the king summoned his guards and ordered, "Pick up that pot and burn it in the fire." Immediately, guards ordered, following the instruction, and they put the pot in the burning stuff and watched till it melted and turned to ashes. Afterward, the princess started to do daily exercise, and soon she got into her original shape. And after that, they lived happily forever. I'm Nazala Zinu. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Itu dia tadi penampilan dari kakak kita, Najwa Zinu. Berikan aplaus sekali lagi. Nah, untuk penampilan selanjutnya ada dari teman kita, Nasya Selaura Siregar dari kelas 27.
led by a king named Prabu Damarmoyo. He had a son named Bandung Bondowoso. Meanwhile, Keraton Boko was led by a cruel and easily angry king, named Prabu Boko. However, Prabu Boko had a very beautiful daughter, named Roro Jonggrang. One day, Patih Kupolo, I want to revolt and have control over Pengging Kingdom. I want to be the strongest king in this land. Of course, Your Majesty, I will execute your command. Then, the war between Pengging Kingdom and Keraton Boko happened. The result, Prabu Boko died in that war. Knowing his king had died, Patih Kupolo ran away from the battle. He reported to Roro Jonggrang that her father was killed by Pengging Knight, which was Bandung Bondowoso. Roro Jonggrang was very sad, but suddenly Bandung Bondowoso and his soldiers came to Keraton Boko and saw Roro Jonggrang. Hey, beautiful lady, who are you? I'm Roro Jonggrang. Is that you who have killed my father? I'm so sorry, Roro Jonggrang. I didn't mean to. But your father attacked my kingdom. Roro Jonggrang was just silent. But then Bandung Bondowoso said something unexpected. Roro Jonggrang, would you be my queen, please? If you want to marry me, you must build 1,000 temples for me just in one night. Could you? Bandung Bondowoso accepted the challenge. After the deal, Bandung Bondowoso called the Chinese army at night. Come to me! Come to me, my genius army! I need your help! Come to me! The genius army worked 999 temples. I just need one more temple. Now, the 1,000 temples will be you. Roro Jonggrang tried to include a state. Ladies and gentlemen, now we can see the state of Roro Jonggrang in Prambanan Temple. The moral below that we can take from this story is, don't be arrogant even if we are strong and smart, because there will be who are stronger and smarter than we are. I think it's enough for me. Thank you for your attention, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Versinya dia.
Devil.
Apa bahasa Inggris di versinya dia? Genius. Kita aja ngisi. Lihat versinya dia di bahasa Inggris.
Itu dia tadi penampilan dari Nasya yang menceritakan tentang Roro Jonggrang, dan terakhirnya juga terdapat makna dan pesan tersendiri. Berikan aplaus sekali lagi. Selanjutnya kita akan saksikan penampilan dari Salsabila kepada peserta dipersilahkan. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself shortly. My name is Salsabila Putranarsani. I'm from 12th language from Bahasa. And today, I'm going to tell a story about Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there was a little girl with golden curly hair whose name was Goldilocks, and she lives right on the edge of the forest. One day, Goldilocks was playing in her home when she saw a butterfly. She tried to catch it, but the butterfly flew away. And since Goldilocks thinks that butterflies are very beautiful, she decided to chase it right down the path and into the forest. Soon, Goldilocks was lost, but then she saw a small house in the middle of the woods. I'm sure whoever lives here will help me find my way back. So, she then approached the house and knocked on the door 3 times. Knock, knock, knock. And on the third knock, the door suddenly swung open. I don't think anyone is home. So she decided to go. She went inside and smelled a delicious smell, and her tummy started to rumble loudly. So she decided to go inside and found 3 bowls of porridge in the table of the house. There was one large bowl, 1 medium bowl, and 1 small bowl. Goldilocks were very hungry, so she came closer to the table to look at the porridge. I'm sure whoever lives here won't notice if I have a little bit of this porridge. First, Goldilocks tried a spoonful from the large bowl. Oh my! This porridge is too hot! Then, she tried a spoonful from the medium bowl. Ew, this porridge is too cold. Then finally, Goldilocks tried a spoonful from the small bowl. This porridge is just right. The porridge in the small bowl was so delicious that she ate it all up. After that, she felt very tired, so she went into the living room and found 3 chairs. There was a great big wooden chair, a medium pink chair, and a small blue chair. I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I rest for a little while. She then sat on the first great big wooden chair. Oh my, this chair is not comfortable at all. Next, she sat in the medium. She sang into it. This one too. This chair is too squishy. And finally, she sat in the small blue chair. Now this chair is just right. But just as she settled into the chair, it suddenly broke into pieces right under her. Uh-oh, maybe I should just lie down instead. So she went upstairs to a bedroom where she found a big bed, a medium bed, and a small tiny bed. I'm sure whoever lives here won't mind if I take a short nap. First, Goldilocks lay in the big bed. Oh no, this bed is not comfortable at all. It's too hard. Next, Goldilocks lay in the medium bed. No, this won't do. This bed is too soft. And finally, Goldilocks lay in the smallest bed, and it was the perfect size for a young girl like her. Now this bed is just right. She then pulled the blanket over her
and soon fell asleep. At the same time, a family of three bears came back to the little house in the middle of the woods. But they were very surprised to see that the front door was already open. It looks like someone has been eating porridge, said Papa Bear as he looked into his large bowl. It looks like someone has been eating my porridge too, said Mama Bear as he looked into his medium bowl. Someone has definitely been eating my porridge, and it's all gone, cried Baby Bear as he looked into his empty small bowl. Then the three bears went into the living room to find out who had been eating their porridge. Hey, I think someone has been sitting in my chair, said Papa Bear. Someone has been sitting in my chair too, said Mama Bear. And then the baby bear suddenly looked at his blue chair. Someone has definitely been sitting in my chair, and they broke it to pieces. So the three bears went into the bathroom to find out who had been sitting in their chair and broke baby bear's small blue chair. Someone has been sleeping in my bed. Look how it's not as neat as before, said Papa Bear. Someone has definitely been sleeping in my bed too, said Mama Bear. Someone has definitely been sleeping in my bed, and she's still here, said Baby Bear as he found a little girl asleep in his bed. Roared so suddenly, and that makes Goldilocks woke up very suddenly at the sight of three angry bears. So the little girl jumped out of the bed, and she ran and ran. And surprisingly, and the three bears never ever saw Goldilocks again. The end. That was all for me. Thank you very much.
Cerita yang sangat bagus mengenai wanita tua cabul yang memasuki rumah hutan dengan 3 beruang tangan saat mereka pergi.
Little girl.
Anak kecil.
Penampilan selanjutnya dari Rehana Sila.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello everyone, how are you today? Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce myself. My name is Rehana Putri Resma. I'm from class 1063. My standing here will tell you a story of Jakatarup and Seven Angels. Okay, enjoy to listen up. Once upon a village of Dadapan, they had a son whose name was Jakatarup. Dadapan village was close to a wood, so Jakatarup liked to go to a wood. He liked hunting for animals with his blowpipe. One day, when he was in the wood, he saw seven angels went down chowing. He came closer and searched for them. The seven angels were swimming and taking a bath in a lake. Jakatarup looked at them while hiding behind trees. When they had finished swimming and taking a bath, they flew through the rainbow to heaven. The next day, he saw the same thing again. This time, Jakatarup had an idea. He searched for their dress, and when he found them, he took one of them. As they had finished swimming and taking a bath, they looked for their dress. One of them found her dress. Her
dress so I can play anymore. Oh, you don't mind? I will take my dress for you. Yes, please do. Stay here, wait for me, I'll be back. Then Jakarta went home and took her mother dress and gave it to Noah. He asked her to stay at her house with his mother. Not long after that, Jakarta married Noah. As an angel, Noah had a spiritual power. She had ability which far below human being. She could rise with just a bar of rice. The bowl will build full of rice. The bowl must not be opened before it has done. Jakarta was very surprised about her wife's ability. He was very curious about it. So, when no one was awake, he opened the bowl. Consequently, Noah's wife deciphered. She had to put. Several months later, Noah gave to a beautiful baby. Her name was Nawangsi, the birth of Nawangsi, and that happens to Jakarta and Noah. Since Noah could not cook efficiently anymore, she needed more rice than usual. The stock of rice in their storeroom diminished rapidly. Then one day, she took rice there. She was very, very, very surprised. Noah found her angel dress. It was higher than the price. She immediately wore it and talked to Jakarta. My dear husband, now I know what you did to me. Forgive me, my dear. I admit that I did this because I love you. I love you too, but now I find my dress. I must come back to heaven. I am an angel. My place is not here. I have to go now. How about Namasi? She leave you. I will leave her, but don't worry, I will take care about her. And if time to meet me, I will be here. For that tower, when I was cries, put her there and call my name. I will come eventually, but I will be invisible to you. Goodbye, dear. Then Jakarta built a tower behind his house. Every time Nawasi cried, he would put there. Nawangwan would come and take care of Nawasi. Okay, I think it's enough from me. Thank you guys for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Penampilan yang sangat bagus, bukan? Oke, tanpa berlama-lama lagi kita mulai kesini. Orang udah pada bosan ya? Kita akan saksikan penampilan dari gala kita, Kakak Bahasa. Selamat yang mulia.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to you all, especially the judges, teachers, and the audience. I'm Alifah Sadur Mahmuda, grade 12 from. Thank you for having me here. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about Legend of Bali Story. In Daha Kingdom, there lived a powerful Brahmin named Manik Angkara, like to gamble. One day, he couldn't pay the debt. He asked his father for help. Loving his son, Angkara fainted and prayed to the god. A mysterious voice asked him to meet Naga Basuki at Agung Mount. By ringing a jemta, Naga Basuki gave gold as well as diamonds. He asked his father for help again. Sidi Mantra came to Naga Basuki. This time, Sidi Masik Angkara, his father's jemta, then came to Naga Basuki. He got to gold diamonds, but he wasn't satisfied. When Naga Basuki turned toward the camp, Manik Angkaran immediately cut off the dragon's tail, then ran. Naga Basuki was furious that licked Manik Angkaran footprints. Then he turned into a sheep. Sidi Mantra was aware of the situation. With a magic, Sidi Mantra returned Dragon's tail back to normal. Then Naga Basuki revived Manik Angkaran. Sidi Mantra knew that he couldn't live with Manik Angkaran anymore. With a magical wand, Sidi Mantra made a line that separated him from sun. Then came springs growing into a sea. This is the legend of Bali Strait, separating Java and Bali Islands. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dia menunjukkan acara kita kali Bahasa. Selanjutnya kita akan saksikan penampilan dari teman kita Najwa Monya. Pada peserta dipersilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. My name is Najwa Monya. I'm from class 10 and today I would like to tell you about once upon a time in North Sumatra, a young man named Kota. One day, he go fishing in the lake. He waited a long time and suddenly he got big and fresh a golden fish. Then Toba went home. At home, Toba was very surprised because the fish could talk. Please don't eat me. Who are you? How can you talk? I'm a golden fish. Please don't eat me. Alright, said Toba. The next day, Toba went farmer in the field. Toba farmer from morning until noon. He was very hungry and tired, so he went home. At home, Toba was very surprised because there was a beautiful girl who was cooking. Who are you? Why are you in my house? I'm sorry, I'm a golden fish and now I'm human form. I'm here to give you some food as a sign of my gratitude, said the beautiful girl. Time passed, Toba and the beautiful girl married and had a baby named Samosir. When Samosir is 7 years old, he was very lazy, stubborn, and mischievous. One day, Samosir, please deliver this food to your father. Mother was busy, said mother. No, Mom, I want to play, said Samosir's nephew. Hey, Samosir, what's wrong with you? He is your father. He was hungry, said mother. Because mother and Samosir forced to deliver this food. On the way to the farm, Samosir ate father lunch little by little until the remaining food. When Toba opened the eat box, turned out it was empty. Toba was very angry to Samosir. Said Toba very angry. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so hungry. Samosir answered with anxiety. Toba felt really upset to his son, and suddenly he said something rude that was forbidden. Your manner is like a little animal. It's because your mother is a fish, so you are like her. Go away from here. Toba didn't really that what he said was so rude. Moses said and tell all to his mother. Calm down, Samosi. Don't cry anymore. Now, all you have to do is climb the high tree and stay there. We'll be seen and disappear, said mother. Samosi went away and climbed the high tree in the village. Mother was really sad. She decided to the suicide by jump to the lake. Suddenly, the sky was getting dark. Not so long after that, the rain pulled down. It was a great rain. The thunder and lightning so scary. Toba was surprised by this disaster. He cannot save himself. And some more years although he climbed the high tree, he still cannot escape the great disaster. And then a small island in the middle of the lake called Samosir Island. And the village was submerged and became a large lake. The large lake named Toba. From the story, we can learn that we should never break a promise. And as a child, you should be devoted to your parents. So guys, I think it's enough for me. Thank you for your kind attention. Good morning. Wassalamualaikum.
Itu dia tadi penampilan dari teman kita. Penampilan selanjutnya dari Alfisa Kamla. Berikan apa? Hello, my name is Alfisa. Dan aku yang tell you a story about Sampurya. Ancient times, there is a princess in West Java named Dayang Sun. She had a son named Sampurya. Sampurya was a boy who liked to hunt, and when hunting, he was always accompanied by his dog, named Tuma. Despite the dog, Tuma was actually an incarnation of God and the father of Sampurya. One day, he got mad at Tuma who forgot to sweep the animal. Because of so angry, he then expelled Tuma to the dog into the woods. He then returned to the palace and told the incident to his mother. Dayang Sunbi was so angry and hit his head. After hitting Sampurya, Dayang Sunbi felt so sorry. So she prayed and meditated to get forgiveness from God. After wandering for a dozen years, Sampurya returned home. When he reached the kingdom, all had changed. He did not know what was happening. One day, he met a girl who was so beautiful. His own mother. After doing something, she immediately looked for ways to doubt the fact of making a proposal. She then proposed two requirements to Sampurya. First, she asked Sampurya. First, Sampurya should stay with Kita Dragon. Secondly, she asked Sampurya to make a big union to trust the dragon. Both of these conditions shall be finished before sunrise. At night, Sampurya asked her for help to spin the goodness to complete all the work. Then Sumbi secretly picked up the job. Once the work was almost done, then Sumbi ordered his horses to complete. Ordered his horses to hold a very long red carpet to the east of the city. The carpet with the light became red, and Sang Kuliah thought that the sunlight had risen. He stopped his work and was very upset because all the nuts meet. Sang Kuliah had the legend. Using his strength, he broke the dam and made the city become flooded. And his big and wooden truss upset down and changed into a mountain named Tangkuban Merapi. The moral of the story is, be honest, because honesty can bring happiness and goodness in the future. Cheating acts will harm yourself and can bring disaster to yourself and others. Thank you. Penampilan yang sangat bagus, bukan? Berikan aplaus sekali lagi. Tanpa berlama-lama lagi, kita akan saksikan penampilan dari teman kita, Mutmainah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Hello, good morning to you all, especially the judge, teachers, and audience who have come to this storytelling competition today. I'm Mutmainah from K-5 class. So today I'm going to perform my story, which is entitled Pinocchio. I hope you all enjoy it and check it out. In the past, there was a puppeteer whose name was Geppetto. He was eager to have a son very much, but his wife passed away several years ago. One day, he got an idea to make a puppet in order not to be lonely again. He made a puppet all day long. Finally, in the morning, he had finished work and he named the puppet Pinocchio. Soon they felt lonely again since Pinocchio called, walked, and bite itself. One night, Geppetto prayed to God to become a real boy. He always thought it in his mind and his dream. The next morning, he was surprised that Pinocchio was alive. He thought Pinocchio was how to walk, how to read, how to speak and to other things as human. He then studied at elementary school. One day, Pinocchio felt bored and it meant he could go home late. When Pinocchio finally came home, Geppetto asked him. He said there was one in school, but he was instantly. Pinocchio noise grew longer and longer, and it meant that Pinocchio his life. The next morning, Pinocchio was kidnapped by the owner of the circus. Pinocchio soon became a slave for the circus. He was so famous because he was a puppet witch called Kota. Geppetto worried about him because Pinocchio had not been going home for almost 2 days. He tried to find Pinocchio everywhere, but he found nothing. When he scared for him on PC, a big wave smote him. He was then in the wall so much when he awoke. He could find the way to go out.
One day other side, Pinocchio finally called escape out from the circus. He came home, but nobody was there. Later on, he searched Geppetto in the sea. He had the same excited as Geppetto, and he met Geppetto in the wolf cottage. One of them got out from the stomach by making a fire. In the end of the story, they went home together and lived happily ever after. Moral of the story, do not ever lie. So yeah, this is the end. It was all of my story. I hope this story has some moral for you guys. Thank you so much for your attention. Stay safe and have a good day. See you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Jadi tadi penampilannya, berikan nafas sekali lagi. Selanjutnya kita akan saksikan penampilan dari kakak kita, Kak Hafsah. Anak-anak dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody, the honorable judges, teachers, and all my friends, ladies and gentlemen. I am Hafsah Fitri Kalibaren from grade 12, Science 4. Well, every city has some good story, like legends, folktale, etc. Today, I'm going to tell you a story from East Java, Pasuruan, entitled Tegal Arum. Do you know Tegal Arum? No. I'm sure you never heard this story before, have you? Yes. So, don't go anywhere because now I'm going to tell you the story in detail. Let's start the story with once upon a time. There is a kingdom where its people live peacefully and never found difficulty to fulfill their daily needs. Because the king, Johnny Bunny, has covered his people with care and wisdom. It was told that the king had two daughters with similar characters. They were wise, hospitable, and helpful. The older one was Dewi Patni, and the younger one was Dewi Arum. But she was bad, audience. Do you know why?
No.
Dewi Patni was unfortunate girl because she was sick. The disease was hard to be healed. The disease was given by Bio, an ugly, evil, powerful, unbeatable witch. Dewi Patni would be happy again if the king gave Dewi Arum a witch. She wanted her because Dewi Arum was protected by the power of God. There was a saying, the one that caught the witch was Dewi Arum. The witch always heard, Dewi Arum will kill you. Dewi Arum will kill you. The witch didn't want it to happen. One night, that's a sound of wolf, a typical creepy night. The witch came to the palace and appeared in front of King Johnny Bunny's bedroom window and said, Johnny Bunny, I want to remind you, the next full moon, you should submit your lives to me. Unless I will tell Dewi Patni and your people. The king was afraid and begged to free Dewi Patni and not taking Dewi away with her. Wait, audience. Can you imagine the king's feelings? If you are the king, what would you do then? A. You let Dewi Patni die? Or B. You sacrifice Dewi Arum? Just think first, let's go back to the story. The king was in dilemma. He loved one of his daughter. He couldn't give his daughter to free another daughter. However,
Dewi Padmi was a great princess. How can I say that? Knowing his father and dilemma, Dewi Padmi was ready to sacrifice herself for help her sister and the country. Can you guess what happened next? They passed so speedily. The witch came to the palace and it was a full moon, and the king had given Dewi Arum to the witch. The evil witch frightened the king and his people. Dewi Arum, finally I could get you. The girl was false to create you and powerful. I can beat you. The king was worried and could not do anything. But Dewi Padmi was already. She not afraid at all. Not long after that, the witch took her away and stuck Dewi Arum in the danger. Flash flood everywhere. Nobody was strange audience. Nobody was strange audience. Flowers sprang all over the garden. They were very, very pretty. And you know what? The witch gonna sing with the fragrance. She screamed, I can't breathe, I can't sing. She screamed, and then she died. She died when smoking off in the place and thing. Magically, it healed Dewi Arum. She went back to the palace and happily together with her family in the kingdom. Sekian. So, for the happening, the lost region was called Tegal Arum. Tegal is Japanese garden of flower, and Arum means fragrance. So, Tegal Arum, which is located in Pasuruan City in East Java, means fragrance garden. Well, my dearest audience, from the story you can learn, don't be afraid to do goodness in your life, even if it's hard, because the God will always help us, like Dewi Arum in the story. Put a lot of goodness in the world, and happiness will be color of your life. I'm her Safitri Kalibarian from 12 grade, from 12 Science Board. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Penampilan yang sangat bagus dan sangat berekspresi. Untuk penampilan terakhir dari kakak kita, kakak Khairul Nisa, kedengaran dipersilahkan.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? Great? Fine, thank you. I'm sure you all already know me, right? Do I need to introduce myself? Yes. So glad. But that's okay because I'm in the good mood today, so I will introduce myself. My name is Bulan from 12 Science 2, and I'm here to tell you a story about... Wait. Before I go into the story, I have a little questions for you all. And I'm sure it is very humanic feelings that you family. Because difference in human is what makes us unique, and it is what makes the life more colorful, right? And in today's, I will bring you a story about a clucking wolf. Now don't judge. He's just an ordinary creature like us. So without further ado, let's get into the story. Once upon a time, there was a young wolf named Bulan. He has long brown fur, 2 big ears, and all the other young wolves in the pack could see that Bulan would grow to be a big, strong wolf. There was, however, one little problem with Bulan.
then, with his big body and his fierce look, he showed up in front of the chicken. The chickens were frightened. They started to cluck and cluck and cluck. Hearing the commotion, the chicken owner went outside and bring a gun with him. When he saw Ruby, he immediately pointed his gun at him. But Ruby climbed, and then the chicken immediately stopped running. They gathered around Ruby, and they clearly thought that Ruby was one of them. And the farm owner, he saw that the wall posed a danger, so he went inside with his gun. Ruby was confused. In one hand, it would be easy to catch the chicken now that they were so close, and the farm owner was already gone. But he never felt so welcome before. So he decided to stay for one day before catching the chicken tomorrow. The day after, the chicken showed him around. Oh yeah, so this is our farm that we sleep in. This is our little pond that we drink water and we take about this. Oh, we should meet them. This is Mary and Stuart, and this is their little daughter, Mary Stuart. The chicks played happily among his legs because Ruby was tall. And the farm owner even gave him a delicious piece of meat. Ruby had so much fun that he decided to stay for another day before catching the chicken tomorrow. The day after, he was drinking behind the barn when he heard a commotion. What was that? So he went in front to saw what was going on. He saw some eagles chase the chickens. And the farm owner unfortunately happened to be away that day. So Ruby, he has to charge forward. Seeing a wall, the eagles started to flew away, like a coward that they are. And the chickens were overjoyed. After that, they started to play little tricks on the eagle, and soon, no eagle dared to disturb the chickens anymore. And Ruby, he forgot about his chicken. After all, he was lonely after the farm owner named him. The farm owner named him the best chicken farm. The best whole farm. And from the story, everyone, the thing that we can learn is that friends and family isn't the one that holds identical as you, but it is the one who wants to accept you for who you are no matter what your conditions. And look at Ruby. Not only was he proud to be plucking and plucking, but he also realized that being loved and being useful is made himself worthy. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope you find it entertaining. Have a good day and bye-bye.
Itu dia tadi penampilan dari teman-teman dan kakak kita. Penampilan yang sangat bagus, bukan? Bagus. Oke, sekian dari lomba storytelling kali ini. Saya akan tutup dengan kalimat basmalah.
Hai.
Hai, Ali Bahasa. Say hi.
Kalau saya tuh ada ini.
Astaga.
Yang masuk. Sayang pada saat endingnya itu dia nggak tahu sayangnya. Masa di situ dia jatuhnya kok sayang sih. Keren loh gitu. Ini.
Di foto aja.
Sudah tahu? Nanti tinggal pengumuman silakan nanti saja. Saya mau keep 2 nama itu saya. Siregar. Sudah Bin? Sudah Bin?
Terus saya ada.
Dan saya mau kelas saja.
Saya ada. Aduh,
Terima kasih.
terlambat lagi saya.